Sorry, guys. Yes, my compost bin is in here. Will you ever see that my compost bin is in here? Probably, hopefully not. Okay, so destruction. Of course it smells gross. It's a compost bin. Leave it. I need to use it. So here's my kitchen. It has been like 2 weeks since she's had a deep clean. Not gonna lie. Wait till you see my fridge. Wait till you see my house, okay? Like, let's get real here for a minute. Shit fell apart. Oh, excuse my words, excuse my language, but like, let's get real here. It's things, I don't want to get emotional, but I'm gonna get emotional because it's an emotional thing. And it's interesting too, when you get that like emotional release, it's like relief. Anyways, I have been struggling hard the last couple of weeks. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe 2 weeks it's been, I think. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks. So my mom is moving and like we're close, but we don't see her a lot. But anyways, there's a lot of just emotion going on with it. I am very sad. She's moving out of province back to where we're from in Alberta, which I'm so happy for her. Really, I am. But I'm sad. So I'm allowed to be sad. But I didn't realize what it was like. I didn't expect it to overwhelm me the way it did. So I'm not blaming everything on her. Like that's not what I'm doing here. But being prone to depression, I'm not even prone, I've dealt with depression a lot, but I'm still in that postpartum phase and I'm really just coming out of it. I'm learning a lot of stuff about what's going on with me. I actually didn't realize how much the medication I was taking to help me back was helping me mentally until I really started taking it consistently. And then I was really like, there was a lot of clarity and I was like, wow, this is crazy. I really do believe we don't have a family doctor, so I'm looking into finding a doctor a little bit more urgently to speak with them about what's going on. I strongly believe I have ADHD. I've always assumed that my one child does. We had started testing when he was younger, but it was so difficult that we kind of just backed off of it. So I would really like to see a doctor just to formally, figure all that out. But there's a lot of stuff that is starting to make sense, and I'm really starting to understand me a lot better and realize like what I need to function and why I function the way I do. It makes perfect sense why when I had routine and schedules for me and the kids, things were smooth and great. And when I don't have it, I'm like, so sorry for the outpour, but I want to be real here, and I want you to know that like this happens. Life happens. Life is not perfect. A lot of what we see and on social media is perfection and almost near perfection, and I think a lot of us are sitting at home going, wow, I wish I had that life. Wow, I wish that was me. And it can be. It's attainable for some people. For others, it's not attainable. So anyways, things are falling apart. But we're going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I wasn't going to share anything. I was just going to clean my house, set it back right, and then start back with my videos. But I thought that's not real. Like it is, but it's not. Am I embarrassed? 100%. But I can tell you over the past 2 weeks, even though my house has been falling apart. Oh, and don't even get me started on the Halloween thing. Like that, we did Halloween this year. We haven't done Halloween in about 4 years. Sorry for the screaming in the background. They're fighting over a toy. We haven't done Halloween in about 4 years, and we did do it this year. And oh my goodness, the candy, the sugar overload, the craziness that ensued after that in this house for 2 weeks, like a week. It was crazy. I was like, oh my goodness. Never again. No, maybe not never again. Just we're going to change it. They did give me a good amount of candy to go into treats like that we made, like cookies and snacks and stuff. But like, oh my goodness, never again. So yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to share anything, but I've decided that like I had a good chat with a friend and realized, friend, it doesn't feel like I have very many of those. Anyways, I had a good chat with a friend. She said some things that helped, and I want to share because I think there are moms out there that are struggling, that have messes that they are looking at thinking, oh my goodness, how did this happen? How do I fix this? I can't, or it feels very lonely. So I want that to not be the case. Found one? And I want others to see that it's possible. So like I was saying, even though I've struggled in some areas over the past 2 weeks, things are still happening. The kids are still, we've gone out for a walk, and they are fed 3 times a day, and we have, the bare minimums are getting met at least. Bath time, bedtime, stories. The minimum is happening. It's just not the above and beyond. I am functioning at like base level. Isla's treatments are happening, and like I said, they're getting meals, and they were getting all of what I could accomplish. And then for the rest, I was just like, I can't. I don't. And yes, the kids have chores, but when your mother, who is kind of, who you look at to see and go, oh, this is how we do it, is failing, and you're like, well, I mean, there's no drive, no push. Like, they're like, oh, well, mom's not doing it, I'm not going to do it. Can you blame them? I can't expect my children to continue on doing their chores regularly when I'm not doing my own, which, yes, adds to more struggle. So I do have a chore list I usually keep up on the fridge for the kids. And if I don't fill it out, then obviously they don't know what to do. So again, this all comes back on me and being able to fully do what I need to do.
We're gonna do tingle.
Just leave it. It's dirty. Teamwork. Yep. Teamwork makes the dream work. Isla has 2 molars happening, so that's been lots of fun. I'm gonna go change her. She's got hot chocolate all over me and her. So she's got 2 molars in, so that's been lots of fun. She's gaining weight like crazy though, so that's amazing. 2 pounds in 1 month is just amazing. So I don't think she's ever done that before. Like, since she's been like 6 months old, at least she's never put on more than, it took 3 months to get a pound on her. So that's amazing. Amazing, amazing. I mean, there's good things happening. It's just this past week, like I said, so it was about 2 weeks ago I found out, and then I tried to hold it together, and then so this past week, the house is just like, it's crazy how fast it can fall apart. Like, so crazy. And before anybody asks, my husband, he works like 10-hour days and drives an hour, so he's gone for 12 hours a day. He comes home, he talks with the kids, hangs out with the kids, he tries his hardest to stay awake, has dinner and a shower, and he's ready for, like, it's bedtime. He does help me put the kids to bed. The little ones, BJ and Maddie, go to bed with him usually. Like, he gets them into bed, and like they sleep in our room. So, oh my goodness, what's the matter? So they sleep in our room, so he gets them to bed, and then he goes to bed himself, and then I worry about everybody else. And by the time bedtime is truly done, it's like 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I'm like, no thank you. I just want to go to bed because I'm exhausted. Oh, there we go. Hello. Hi, I hope you weren't blurry the whole time. Probably were. I don't have you on. Okay, here you go. Here you go. I have a horror show for you. Yep, that was a fruit fly. It's so bad, and we're gonna tackle it. We're just gonna do it. I'm not even gonna like, we're just gonna do it, okay? We can do this, guys. We can do it. Blurry. Good enough. Okay. Welcome to my horror show. Alright guys, so first I have to say the biggest thank you to Sunday Dawn. In all honesty, I probably would not have made this video if it wasn't for her. So thank you, Sunday Dawn. Thank you for hosting Tiny Tidy Tuesdays. Thank you for the motivation in so many areas, but just
that motivation to keep going. And to share. Like I had mentioned in the beginning, I wasn't going to share this because it's like in my mind, in my eyes, this is horrific. Like I said, for days, I was looking at this fridge and I didn't even show you like everything I pulled out of it. It was so full of junk. It kind of got to the point where I was just like, every time I opened the fridge, I was like, oh, I'll deal with this later. I just can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with it right now. I don't want to deal with it right now. It just felt so overwhelmingly huge. And I would just be like, you know what, let's go do something else. And I would find something else to do. And like I said, this past week, I cleaned nothing. I have not cleaned my bathrooms in over a week. I have not done, I've done the bare minimum. I have swept the floors and gotten everything up off the floors at least once a day. And we've done dishes daily and cooking and cleaning. I mean, not cleaning, cooking though. And I mean, I cook meals from scratch for the most part. So, I am still very, very active, just not in the way that I really need to be. And there's a lot of cleaning that just, it needs to get done. Lots of stuff is happening behind the scenes, on top of all the emotional stuff I'm going through, and just that those setbacks and those struggles. There's a lot that I'm dealing with. On top of that, there's a lot of financial stuff that's still going on. We have one more month before our financials are finally in order and we can stop struggling, because really the last few months it has been a constant struggle. We just have, barely enough to get by, which I mean, that's where everybody is. So it's not something I like to complain about. It's not something I like to really, get too deep into detail, because everybody is struggling right now. Everybody is having a hard time. My husband was off for a few months, and we had a really, really rough time those few months while he was off, because he got hurt, and now he's back to work, and paychecks are coming in, things are getting paid again, stuff is getting back to normal, we're getting back to a routine, and it's really been great. For a while there, I was really keeping up, and it just, sometimes you have to give yourself grace and give yourself that break, and that's something I haven't been doing. I haven't been giving myself the breaks that I deserve. It's really been, my focus has just been taking care of everybody, getting the house clean, cooking meals, and going to bed. And I'm not allotting myself the time that I need to really de-stress and just, the things that I need for me. So one big, really amazing thing tonight, actually, that just helped so much, is my husband came home and he knew that things had been difficult at home. I'm struggling with one of my boys. Again, he's undiagnosed ADHD. And undiagnosed, I'm not going to say he has it, I don't know, but we struggle a lot with behavioral issues with him and outbursts, and just some stuff. We're working on it, tips and tricks and whatever, we're trying our best. So, he came home and he's like, let's go to the dollar store, just me and you. So it was really nice. Chloe watched all the kids, well, not all the kids, but she watched the baby, and Alex helped her, and I was able to run out to the dollar store and pick up a treat for the kids and just have a few minutes with my husband to, sit and chat and de-stress. And I'm getting all emotional about it because it was just so nice. It's something we haven't done in so long. We don't do date nights anymore, and that's really just due to financial stuff. So I'm really hoping in the coming weeks and months we can get back to, me and him having that time together, because that is very beneficial for both of us, for even the kids. It benefits the kids to see us have that time together and, hang out together and really connect. So, I feel like there was probably a ton of things I wanted to say, other than, thank you to Sunday Dawn. Check out her channel, check out the playlist. There's tons of motivation. I have so much coming for you in the coming days, weeks, whatever. I'm going to do my best to bring you along on this journey while we get things right. Look at that beautiful fridge. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate it so, so much. Right there it is, guys. Look at that beauty. I always say I'm never going to let it get that bad again, and then I let it get that bad, and then now I'm like, why do I let it get that bad? It wasn't that hard to clean. It didn't take me that long. It's really just in my head. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, hold on. It's not clean yet. Up here has to get done. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to that point, but there it is. Okay, she's beautiful. Okay, the outside of my fridge is still dirty, but like, are you ready? Blinded by the light. Oh yeah, it's so pretty, isn't it? Like, I do this every time where I'm like, I'm never gonna let it get dirty, and then I always let it get dirty. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try my hardest this time not to do it, but I just had to. It's so beautifully, blindingly bright.